Yes, folks, hello, welcome once again to Monster Games and Collectibles. I'm Chris, this is my channel. Absolute pleasure to have you with me here today. And the video you're watching right now, ladies and gents, is a Joefest 2026 convention report. But it's not my convention report, it's my friend Curtis's convention report. Me and Curtis have known each other for a couple of years now over on the Frontline Discord. He's been a regular dude hanging around in the Mod Extra Games and Collectibles viewing community. Curtis very kindly offered to share with me his photographs that he took over the weekend he was there, and to hop on a call with me to talk about his experience at the con. Curtis, otherwise known as Mathrik Online, may be familiar to some of you. He's one of the panel members on the TK Storm-Geek-Room stream that happens every week. I'll pop a link for those guys down below. We've got some photos of some stuff that was on display. Curtis has got some commentary around his experience and what he saw there, and I ask a few questions and such like. So just watch two dudes hanging out on a call, sharing some photos and talking about some stuff together, shall we? Let's get into it. All right then, folks. Well, here is Curtis. You've seen my little intro, but Curtis hasn't. I've given him the big up before coming on, but Curtis is a member of the TK Storm YouTube channel's the Geek Room stream. But equal to that, me and Curtis know each other through the Frontline Discord, which I'm forever mentioning, and you should all come and join us because it's an awesome place to come and hang out. And Curtis has kindly been my Joefest 2026 roving reporter. So everyone say welcome, Curtis. Welcome, Curtis.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Well, the pleasure's all mine, my friend. The pleasure's all mine. So you've jotted down a few thoughts. You've sent me over a few of the kind of standout bits and bobs from your experience at Joefest. We've got some photos to take a look at, as well as some stuff that was being displayed. But to get us started, just give us the big kind of broad, if someone's from my subscriber base who's rolled into this who doesn't even know what Joefest is, just give us the kind of lay of the land to start us off.
Yeah. So this is my third Joefest. Definitely remember very well the first time I went and was kind of showing up to this big hotel convention center with I've never been to before a lot. And first thing you notice is there's a bunch of guys wearing GI Joe shirts in line to check in. So, but the overall con is just a very very GI Joe focused. There's Hasbro's not there, but there's a lot of people selling classified and retro, not retro, vintage GI Joe stuff. There's a lot of third party vendors there selling their stuff. There's panels. We have guests. Sergeant Slaughter's there every year. Larry Hama has been there the last couple of years. So it's just a really fun place to be with a lot of other guys and folks that love GI Joe.
Yeah, brilliant. And it's over 3 days, isn't it? The Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, so you were there last weekend. It must have been a bit of a come down on Monday.
It was a little rough, yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to work was no fun this week.
No, going back to work it's never any fun, but particularly after a weekend of hanging out with your Joe Bros, for sure. Yeah, excellent. So you had the vendors there, you got the panels, the celebrities. But I suppose for yourself primarily, Curtis, it's that that community piece, isn't it? The front
Absolutely.
guys.
Yeah, they're like family now. It's the third year meeting up together there. We've got kind of an off, not off year, but the middle of the year meetup at Assembly Required in Iowa now that we're starting to become a tradition. But yeah, it's a
Wow.
The group that attends these cons starts to get bigger and bigger every year. So it's a lot of fun.
Awesome, yeah. I regret obviously not being able to be there ever. I always look on and live vicariously through you guys who are sharing your photos and stuff through the Frontline, on our cons and events channel in the server there. It's just, it's so prohibitive for me to get over to any of these events in the States, particularly in Augusta. I know some guys who've gone over this year, but the flights seem, well, I think because the World Cup was on this year, they were
Yeah, I'm sure.
particularly bad. So yeah, I'm really grateful that you when you dropped me a message and said I've got some photos for you, I was really grateful that you volunteered yourself as tribute to the Mod Extra Games and Collectibles channel. But speaking of those photos, should we jump over and take a look at some of the shots you took?
Yeah, let's take a look.
So yeah, folks, Curtis has he's got a little slide deck together for us with a list of photos. Now, to be clear, these are just the bits that stood out to you that you took photos of. It's not an exhaustive or in-depth overview of every single stall, is it?
For sure. Yeah. there were many that I did not take pictures of, and some that I realized afterwards I'd forgotten to. So yeah, these are just the highlights
Yeah,
for me.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. Obviously there's plenty of other channels. I know folks that have been there. So if you want to kind of get a broad sense of the event, folks, go check those out. But yeah, Curtis has sent me some photos over. I'll put them in some nice frames. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from his experience there. And to kick us off, I think it's the Big Bad Workshop stroke Fresh Monkey Fiction stuff, is it? Yes, it is. There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So let's see what's first on the list. So what have we got here? Oh, so these are some new releases, are they?
Yeah, so I had kind of forgotten that the fresh monkeys were coming out. I think there may have been a few reviews out, but definitely it was awesome seeing these guys in person. I wasn't sure that they were even for sale. I went to talk to one of the guys there from Big Bad Workshop and asked him like, what's the story with these guys? Are they just here as kind of mascots? And he's like, no, we're selling them here. We got the one in the white tuxedo there, and then the one that I love, this guy with the katana and the guitar. He said that he's not available yet, but he's coming soon. So
No, I've got my eye on
pretty
this
funny
one.
guys.
Yeah, I got my eye on this one. He's got like this Pee Wee Herman suit thing going on with
Yeah.
his sword and the guitar. I'm a sucker for buying figures that carry guitars. I've got a little collection over there next to my guitar amp. So yeah, he really stands out. So did he just say coming soon though? No kind of indicator.
Yeah, I don't have they didn't give me a date on when that'll be available.
Yeah, as far
Definitely
as
fun figures.
well, I was just going to say, as far as Fresh Monkey Fiction are concerned, that could be any time in the next like 3 years that guy turns up.
That's very true.
Which is a joke I'll revisit later. And then this dude at the front, that's the oh, there we get it lined up. There you go. That's the is it the dude with the has he got another head with the face scarf?
I'm not sure I'm not sure that's one of the lines I'm not following. It's not Operation Monster Force, so I didn't get a lot of detail on that one.
Gridiron Warfare. Oh, it's the Gridiron Warfare stuff. So there's one figure just started to drop, isn't there, with the dude from Gridiron? Every time I zoom in and out, there's a. Can you hear it? A badoom.
It doesn't register for me. So.
Okay, it might be on the recording. Whatever. I apologize, folks, for that. I've obviously not muted the keyboard. So yeah, that's the first little batch. But of course, the Dark Directive stuff caught your eye. In fact, you noted on the little outline you sent me that the skeletons just look great.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a simple figure, but they just look fantastic. And I love the guy with the red cloak and the gun. Obviously, that's super fun. And then on the next, oh yeah, go ahead, zoom in there.
Yeah, so that's evocative. There's a GI Joe cover, isn't there? There's an issue with a very similar image on it.
Yep.
Of which this
Red
is similar
Reaper.
but legally distinct.
That's right.
But then you got the dude with with his helmet and everything on.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There's a lot of character for just a simple skeleton.
Yeah,
The
those
face
bone.
sculpts are really good. Yeah.
Yeah, the bone colors as well, really great, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then on the other side there, so these. Oh, look at him with his brains on the show. That's nice and gruesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I think then the next slide's got the blood variants, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
The skeletons melting into the blood, I guess.
Yeah.
Something with the Monster Force storyline there.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I mean, I don't know about you, Curtis, but the Monster Force stuff, I'm buying it selectively to integrate into my, into my broader sort of 6-inch collection. I have picked up a couple of ones that I didn't originally intend on picking up because I kind of enjoy them so much. But I've got to admit, I'm probably not going to grab any of the skeletons. But it sounds like you're up for them for sure.
They look great. They definitely won't fit in with. Well, it'll have to be an interesting storyline for them to fit in on a shelf with GI Joe. But yeah, I just admire how much work they put into these figures, and they look really great.
Yeah, they do look great. There is a GI Joe cartoon episode that had skeletons featured in it. Which one was that? Not coming to me now. But yeah, I think. Hang on, is the next one a Fresh Monkey Fiction as well? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Just some more of the figures they have on display there. I can't remember for sure if these are from Monster Force or not. They look like they're reusing a lot of the molds there.
Yeah, I think these are from the Eagle Force line.
Okay.
Although I'm sure someone will jump into the comments and correct us if that's the case. I have to admit, this guy at the back here, this sort of like South American dictator kind of guy, skirts the line of taste a little bit.
Yeah.
I felt,
Kind of the Rio Lindo from the comics.
yeah, it's good
I
though, isn't
mean,
it?
yeah, they always
Because
put a lot of detail into the paint apps and just like all the little, like all those little medals just look really great on them.
yeah, look at this guy, like the alien dude, and then you got the kind of Eagle Force fella at the front. There it is with the head swap.
Yep.
So these in the cabinet then, Kurt, is one of the criticisms I had of Fresh Monkey Fiction on the Order of the Crimson Moon stuff was that while it was really well sculpted, the paint apps didn't quite seem as detailed or interesting as they had been on Operation Monster Force. So what eyeballing them for realsies in the cabinet there? What's the word on that?
I mean, I think these figures look pretty good. I'm not, I haven't bought into the Eagle Force yet, but we'll see. If I really admire what Fresh Monkey Fiction and Big Bad Workshop are doing together.
Yeah, great. And we're going to revisit these guys, aren't we, in a little bit when we talk about the panels that you attended.
That's right.
And so just one more Monster Force before we do that, though. And these are convention exclusives, are they? The two translucent ones?
I believe so. They had another convention exclusive that was just more of a soldier with a lot of accessories, but
Yes, that's right. With the with all different head swaps and basically all the gear. They love a nice bit of reuse over at Fresh Monkey, don't they? And chucking all the
yeah.
stuff in with their tactical vests and that. And then speaking of reuse, Major Striker there in your picture too, which is basically the general, isn't it? But in blue.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's still a very good looking figure.
Yeah, he does look sharp.
Yeah, very sharp indeed. And not a guy to be messed with, I wouldn't have imagined.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, on to Animal Warriors of the Kingdom now then. There we go. These always look great. So the Adam over at Spiro Toys, I message him a little bit and go watch his live streams. So passionate about the stuff. And definitely a guy to look out for because he's involved with the TNT Space Zombies from Mars stuff with the Pelletier brothers as well. But let's have a look at these. Look at that.
Yeah. So the I was a little disappointed. We've been waiting quite a while for new figures from Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, but they had these on display, which is a good sign. But they weren't available for purchase yet. So they didn't have them there on the floor. But and you talk about reuse. The Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, they have a lot of reuse in their figures, but they look great. They do a lot with the paint apps. I think there's quite a bit new with this guy, but man, he looks sharp. Obviously, not going to fit on your GI Joe shelf either with some of the other
No, sure, but he'd go
figures you're
well
looking at. But
with my NECA D&D and what have you, for sure.
that's right. Yep.
And then this one's the dog, which I know
Yeah,
you're a fan of our canine friends.
that's right. I definitely will be picking this guy up when he becomes available.
Oh, yeah, he looked absolute beast with his big old shotgun there.
He looks scary. He'll go well with Chatsworth from Operation Monster Force.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I'd say I noticed it wasn't in your photos, but the one that caught my eye a little while back when they were running the Kickstarter was: is there a fox, like a really super cool fox, with like a kind
Um,
of Han Solo vibe about it?
I don't know that I saw that at their booth. They have this wave that these the ones we're looking at come from has been kind of a. I think they did a Kickstarter a couple of years ago, so it's been a while that they've been fans have been waiting for these.
Yeah,
There's numerous other figures. There's some female figures. There's one that I know Migs and I have been asking about every year, which is the rabbit with that's an archer. Really looking forward to that guy. But definitely sounded like the production is going slowly for them. I asked when I asked this year, like I mentioned about the rabbit archer, he said, "Yeah, that's going to be at the end of the wave. It's probably a ways out still."
right. Yeah, well, I was just looking at this guy, and he's got like all kind of cybernetic, like his big
Yeah,
bionic arm, and looks awesome, doesn't it?
yeah, they're definitely taking a little bit of a departure from the more medieval oriented stuff
Sure.
that they had. But yeah, he looks great. I don't know if you probably haven't read any of the comics from them. I picked them up last year and enjoyed just reading through the little storyline they had. But pretty fun world that they've got built there. they can go a lot of directions with it. So love seeing the creativity here. That arm looks awesome.
Yeah, so I haven't read the comic, and one of the it's just a classic tale. I know you've heard me talking about this before, and I'll mention it again when we come to some of the other designers and manufacturers that you've taken photos of. The cost of shipping just makes it so prohibitive. Like going in on a Kickstarter, you've got the price that you agree to on the on the Kickstarter price, and then when you get what's the bit where they collect the money? What do they call that? The
Backer kit.
pledge.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
pledge. Yeah.
yeah, the pledge manager, is it pledge manager? And then you see the shipping price, and you almost have a heart attack. And also, what quite often happens with Kickstarters in particular is that they'll have done deals with distributors all over the world, and they'll send the stock to the distributor, and there's always a problem comes up, for the European distributor or something, and yeah, it's nightmarish. So you have the price of the figure, but then you're basically doubling up on price to ship it out.
Yeah,
And it's the
that's
same with
brutal.
Valaverse. I was looking at some Valaverse stuff the other day. If the odd one turns up on Amazon over here, but beyond that, there's no UK partner. We'll be talking about Skeletron imminently. So yeah, the shipping price just makes it prohibitive. Anyway, less about me complaining about Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, more about you talking about how excellent you think the new figures look.
This is besides the bulldog, this is probably my favorite. This is actually a character from early on in the comics, and been looking forward to getting him. He's um, they did. I just feel like they knocked it out of the park on these bigger figures. The lion looks great, just the mane, and his face looks awesome. So.
Yeah. And they literally and figuratively are beasts, aren't they? Look at them.
That's right.
How tall are they? What, about 7.5 inches?
Yeah, that's about right. These
Yeah, they
bigger
look big.
figures.
Yeah, they look
Yeah.
big. They do look awesome. Absolutely, I agree. So how deep are you into this line then, Curtis?
Oh, I've got like 8 or 9 figures.
Sure.
So, fairly deep.
But
Yeah.
yeah, once they get you, don't they?
Yeah.
And this is, I would assume this guy's like the leader of the good guys, is he? Or
Yeah, he's one of the on the good guys faction. Yeah.
yeah, he's giving me Lion, Aslan, good guy vibes.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, brilliant. Yeah, great shots. These guys look they look excellent. Yeah, for sure. And then I think we got the cat. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. So this is the one figure from this wave that actually was available at Joefest this year. Uh, the probably, I mean, definitely not my favorite of the wave, but there's still, you can see the detail that goes into them, and
Okay.
not sure how well they did at Joefest this year. They seem to have more stock left over this year than they did last year, but yeah, it is cool to see new figures. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame. But I suppose if the attendees are sitting there hungry, waiting for the next wave, it's always a problem with these smaller sort of boutique independents, isn't it? So,
For sure.
yeah, I mean, I've just joked about Fresh Monkey Fiction, haven't I? And about
Yeah.
we'll see them in 2028 or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is such a shame. But then when you do receive them, the sort of joy, the man-child joy you get out of it, it's awesome, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's the last on the AWOC Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. But I think continuing on a theme, the next is Savage Crucible, isn't it?
That's right.
And specifically the doggo here, which caught your eye.
Yes. Yeah. Pardon me. I walked by this booth a couple times. This was the by far the most visited booth first thing every day that the show opened. They had an exclusive that was very in high demand. But I was walking by, I think on Sunday, and looked over and just saw this guy, and I was like, oh my gosh, that dog looks amazing. I don't know if you remember, I kind of complained a little bit about Order when Law and Order came out from Hasbro
I do remember.
a while back, and so just seeing this guy, he's got a magnificent paint job. I sat and talked with the fellow at the booth there for a little bit about him, and fortunately he's not available yet, but he's coming soon. This was just a prototype. They're not quite sure which accessories they're going to go with. You can see there's some um, I don't know, turkey legs or something there to feed your dog. but he's got pretty good articulation. The jaw opens, so you can have him holding one of those in his mouth, and he comes with the armor, so
Yeah, it
it's a
looks
good
really
looking
great.
figure.
And that's two different fur tones, isn't it? They've got there. There's like a grey
Yeah,
fur tone and the sort of brown. But yeah, look at the way that that fur is sculpted and painted. There, it looks great,
yep,
doesn't it?
yeah,
There's a hound, is it? The breed.
yeah. I asked him if it was a mastiff. He didn't. He didn't give me a specific breed, but yeah, just definitely that larger hound breed style of dog.
Yeah, looks amazing. Yeah, and of course, Curtis, as I mentioned before, I know for a fact that you're a big canine lover.
That's right.
Yeah, look at that.
Yep,
And there's that bit of dinner that you're talking about, the meat on the bone.
that's right. Add a little flavor to your display.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, a little bit of those kind of little world buildery bits of color, for sure. Yeah, I love it. So sorry, I know you mentioned a minute ago, but you said coming soon. They've not really pinned down a.
They haven't been down yet. These are still just factory samples that they were showing.
Yeah, not bad for factory samples, though, are they?
Yeah, they looked good.
Yeah, amazing. But you said so the convention exclusive though that was highly sought after and very difficult to get hold of.
Yes, Elric of Meldamone, I
Sure.
believe is the name. Yeah. Um, just one of those figures that seems to like somebody mentioned some stream, I guess, got it and liked it, and now suddenly the demand is skyrocketed. They couldn't move him while it was pre-order, and now there's none to be found.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
So they'll be turning up on eBay for an absolute fortune now.
I'm sure. I haven't checked, but I would imagine they're several $100s.
Yeah,
Oh
always
man.
the way. And then come September, October, when the convention season is all done and dusted, there'll just be a big stock dump on their website, and everyone will be able to get them for the 35, $40 or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very possible. There is a pattern of that, isn't there, in the toy industry?
Absolutely,
Uh,
yeah. I've fallen into that trap myself before.
yeah,
Yeah, very good. So there's Savage Crucible. Curtis's standout was does the doggo have a name?
they didn't give me a name for him, so I,
Right,
they probably have one, but he didn't tell me.
just dog then for now. So
Yeah, just dog.
there's
I'll
dog,
have to take better
everybody.
notes next year. I need to ask better questions as your reporter on the ground.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so the thing is though with that, I've obviously asked people to come on and do sort of convention reports before. In fact, our friend Eric, came on and did it for me last year. And there's been other stuff on my gaming channel where I've asked people to capture things, but it's difficult because you're there to enjoy yourself and immerse yourself in the experience for you, not there to be a roving reporter. I sometimes get home when I've been to like Birmingham Toy Fairs or the London Comic Con, and I think, oh, I should have taken a picture of that, or should have taken footage of that, but you're just so in it
Yeah.
that you know. So
It's hard not to get caught up in it. There's a lot of
yeah,
excitement. There's it's fun to be around people that are interested in the same thing as you.
yeah, absolutely. And I do generally think if you'd been doing like floor walkthroughs and all that, I know a couple of guys do floor walkthroughs. I think, well, um, you're sucking time out of your experience, aren't you, to do that? Sadly,
Yeah.
that's not to say I don't appreciate those. I watch them because, like I said before, I live vicariously through the other people who attended. But still pretty tough. Yeah, but nonetheless, there's so dog. We'll just go with dog. And I think it's Ramen Toys next on the list, is it? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Look at me, like a proper professional outfit here. And to get us started, I saw a lot of chatter going around about this next one. It's the Dukes of Hazzard set.
Yeah, they look fantastic. I know there's a little bit of maybe a whiff of controversy around the General Lee, but
Yeah, with the
yeah,
the rebel flag.
right,
Yeah, which I get. I understand that. But let's not.
right. We don't need to go into it on the stream, but
Yeah, we'll blow
just
past that.
acknowledge it. But
Yeah.
definitely the figures look great. I have a lot of fond memories growing up watching this show, so it's fun to see it brought to life here in these figures. So,
Yeah, the good old boys and Daisy there. They do look really, really good.
yeah,
Again, Ramen Toy is another one that's difficult for us to acquire over here in the UK. But the General Lee's just a repaint though. He's had
yeah.
the car in black, hasn't he? The I forget the model of the car now. Was it no, it's not coming to me.
Was it Marauder? I can't remember now.
I don't know. Again,
They're-
some car
yeah,
enthusiast. It's
yeah,
like an old moonshine racer, isn't it? That's the
yeah, yeah.
that was the idea, wasn't it? But yeah, I mean, it looks great, and the sculpt looks great. Articulation wise as well, they look pretty up to par with the sort of modern expectation.
Yeah, I wasn't able to pick these up and try them out or anything, but I I don't own any figures or ramen toys. I do have some other ramen toy pickups over the years, but I've heard good things about these figures, so I would expect the articulation and obviously the paint apps you can see there that those all look good. If you're looking to fill out your shelf there with the you know TV shows from your childhood, this would be a fantastic pickup.
Yeah, the likenesses are very good, aren't they?
Yeah,
And the sculpting looks like they've got butterfly joints and such like. I tell you what, though, ramen toys, they really don't give a shit about. They just do not care about the licensing, do they?
they don't. I don't know how they keep getting away with it. But
Well, who knows? Who knows? But they got the talking about skirting licenses, the van
that's right.
variations. So like a combat van, the Turtles van, and the 6 o'clock news. What's that one from? Is that April
That's
O'Neil's?
I think that's supposed to be April O'Neil's.
Yeah,
April O'Neil's van. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Well, although Channel 6 News, I mean, you could obviously use that generically across
sure.
all sorts of stuff. Um, actually, what's the Anchorman? What channel was he?
Don't remember. It's a good
Yeah,
question.
yeah, he might be Channel 6 News as well. But these are all, of course, variants of the van that we saw. Was it last year or even the year before?
Yeah, I believe it was. I think we first saw it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I did because I did pick up one of them. I think it shipped to January of 2025. So yeah, the vans are pretty good. I know that they've made some improvements with Wave 2. Had a little trouble getting my figures into the front seats, but I know
Oh,
he's
really?
kind of lowered them and moved them back a little bit. So definitely tempting to pick up maybe
Sure.
a turtle van.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. They're
but yeah, I mean, if yeah, go ahead, Chris.
I was just gonna say he's getting his money's worth out of that mold. That's for sure, isn't he?
Definitely, yeah,
Although I'll bet there'll be a number of people who've picked up duplicates of the original van, back in 25, who've done their own custom version of probably these very, as well as the 18 van, which I know that Ramen Toys have done a
yeah,
paint app variation of as well, haven't they?
yeah. I'm sure there are plenty of customs out there as well from the last waves.
Yes, yeah.
But
And then sticking with Ramen Toys, we've got the there it's
it,
like a crane, but it also's got um, a bridge variant, hasn't it, and a Mauler style variant.
yeah, yeah. So this was like the Hunter tank that came out uh, around about the same time as the original wave of the van. This version actually comes with a turret that mimics the Mauler as opposed to the Obat. So if you are jonesing to get a tank for your classified figures, that's definitely the way to go. It doesn't seem like Hasbro's in a hurry to get to the Mauler or Mobat for us.
No, it certainly doesn't, does it? Yeah. And I suppose a generic tank like that, you're not skirting the licensing lines as
Yeah.
closely, are you? Yeah, very good. Excellent. Okay, well, I'll keep this trainer rolling in the interest of time then, Curtis. And next on the list is the Acid Rain World, which we have actually got a UK supplier for over here, funnily enough.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I noticed they've just had one of the 6-inch figures in. But it seems like the thing that stood out to you there was the Ostrix.
Yeah, they had it. I mean, this is the more standard model for the Ostrix, but they had a con exclusive that I completely whiffed on. I went
Ah,
by the first night. They had a bunch of boxes out. I was late getting there, so I was like, oh, well, let me see the rest of the floor before I invest in this exclusive. And of course, I went back the next day and they were all gone. So you got to move fast on a con exclusives. I'm afraid, but
yeah, seems to be a running theme here for you, Mathrik, my man. It's so that if there's one hot tip that Curtis is offering future Joefest attendees, if there's an exclusive you've got your eye on, get
get it
down.
Friday night. That's
Early
right.
doors Friday, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But you took a couple of other different sort of variants to this one.
Yeah, it's a really cool little. Can you even call it a figure? I'm sorry, a vehicle. I guess
Yeah,
we got a character there, figure writing on it as a vehicle, but it's kind of got a mode of like an autonomous robot. You can kind of bend those or fold those legs together, and it can be just like a turret for a character. So it's pretty flexible. It's a good looking, you know, addition to your collection, especially if you love that more semi-futuristic military kind of thing.
yes, for sure. Yeah, the figures look good. I might pick one up just to dip my toe in to have a play with. But yeah, this looks definitely. I think has Bees Battleground just reviewed one version of this.
Yeah, I think I did see that he had a review for both the standard and the con exclusive. So
Yeah, okay, sure.
yeah,
Bobby Bees was there as well, I think, wasn't he? I think I saw
he
on his
was. I
Instagram.
ran into him. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously not as nice as Mod Extra Games and Collectibles, everybody,
No,
but
but
naturally, but still, nonetheless. Yeah, very good. I'll go dig out those reviews then, and maybe do a link in the description down below,
oh yeah,
for sure. But yeah, there's the Acid Rain, and then moving on to Skeletron next, my man.
that's
Um,
right.
which, as I mentioned to you before we hit record, is a line that I have a great deal of interest in, but can't afford to import over here to the UK. It's another example of the prohibitive shipping costs, which is a shame because this first picture is obviously very heavily inspired by a Red Shadow character that started with the UK Palatoy Action Force. Oh no, it's not this one. Sorry, the next picture.
The
But
next
this
one,
looks
yeah,
great. Looks like an excellent female character. So Siberia.
Siberia, yeah. So this was a cool one because these ladies weren't out there the first day of the con. They appeared Saturday, so it's kind of a little bit of a reveal for fans. I don't know that they'd even announced this before Joefest, so it was pretty cool to see them. From fellow attendees, there seemed to be a lot of excitement about them. They look good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Definitely, the line itself is great. I picked up a couple of the troopers last week, so they're definitely going to keep my eye on these. And so I'm sad that these aren't easily available for you in the UK, but they're good looking figures. Skeletron's doing some good work.
Yeah, they look great. I mean, I've obviously watched some reviews of some of these next figures. In fact, or some of the ones you got pictures of coming down. Here's the one I was meaning. That's obviously very heavily based on the UK Red Shadow Skeletron inspiration.
I've never seen, so when I see him, my brain immediately thinks of the Terminator from Terminator 2,
For
but
sure.
definitely a really cool looking figure.
Yeah,
So
definitely got those kind of Terminator vibes. But yeah, this is um wholesale inspired by the original pilot of the Skeletron of the skull. Um, yeah, I used to have one of these in 3 3/4 in
oh, that's cool.
whatever it was, 1986. Probably earlier than that. Yeah, but yeah, really great. So it's figures like this, it's characters like this that, of course, I lament not being able to get easily over here in the United Kingdom because they're based on, on that UK nostalgia, that UK property.
Shame that they don't have a better distribution system to get them to you. I'm sure
If
there's got to be a heavy market for it with the inspiration coming from the UK. So.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, if you want it, you pay the shipping price. But to put another layer on that, so if I go to these guys are on the shop app. If I go onto the shop app and the figures, whatever it is, $35, then you do the shipping, and the shipping's like another $25. But then what often happens for us over here is our customs folks are very hot on these little boxes when they're coming in, so that you then get your item held at customs and a tax bill as well. That's one of the advantages of Valaverse at least cropping up on Amazon sometimes, is that Amazon lets you pay the tax because they're selling it you from Amazon.com, so they'll ship it through their system and you just pay the VAT on it. So it's a real stinger. It's a real shame. So it makes what is a $35 figure effectively a $60 figure.
Yeah.
And while they look fantastic, I don't know whether they look like $60 figures. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely complicates the decision making there. the
Cool.
price doubles for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think these next ones, the what's they call these? The wolf,
Yeah,
um, gyre wolves,
this is the Jungle Wolf Trooper, I
jungle wolf.
think is the name for these. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then yeah, so they look great.
and
Um,
then you got the version
right.
in the classic red. Again,
Yep.
the red shadow inspiration colors.
Yep. I can't remember if there's what the specific name is. Just a trooper, but yeah, they
Yeah,
look
I'm sure
great.
they call it the wolf.
The
No,
Wolf Trooper. Yeah.
wolf trooper maybe. Yeah, and I think we've got another one here, haven't we? That he took. Yeah, this is
Oh yeah,
the
the chrome
silver
colored
armor
one.
variant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Awesome, great looking figures, great looking kind of 6-inch line. Um, yeah. So again, I'm living vicariously through um
Yeah,
through
I'd
these.
love to get one in your hands. These are awesome figures. So,
And
um,
am I right in thinking you may not know Curtis, but these have been sculpted by Corey Cantaloupe, haven't they? Cantaloupe, who was with GI Joe Classified, and then was with and is now with Boss Fight. Has moved over to Boss Fight, hasn't he?
yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, Corey was actually at the con. A lot of people wanted to ask him questions, so it was
Sure. Yeah.
definitely. I don't think we have any slides from Boss Fight, but that was a very popular booth, and
Uh,
definitely a, uh, a lot of people
yeah.
wanting to ask those guys questions.
Yeah, I'll bet because not only is it Lenny and Corey in regards to their connection to GI Joe Classified, which what I was going to say is obviously if he's an experienced sculptor at the GI at that 6-inch scale for GI Joe Classified in terms of military lines, then these integrate well with your Hasbro collection.
For sure.
Um, but yeah, I can imagine it being a busy booth because everyone will want to tap up, get any kind of insider info on the classified side of things.
That's right.
But also Boss Fight have got the popular brands like Conan, Red Sonja,
Yeah.
stuff like that. The are they the guys who do the epic hacks stuff as well and the Vitruvian hack
Yes.
stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Skeletron, but Delta 17 was next on your list as a kind of standout appearance.
Yeah.
Now these are
So
a 3.75 line, aren't they?
that's right. Yep. So it's actually good that we had Skeletron and Delta 17 back to back because both of them offer new figures, newly sculpted figures in this size. I don't really collect this size, but seeing all these guys together on the Delta 17 booth, they just look fantastic. They've done a great job with their molds. That they're pretty good articulation, and they've got really nice paint apps.
I feel
Yeah,
like there's another picture you sent me that I've not added to this, not added to my slide deck.
there might
Uh,
have been a third with these
yeah,
guys, but
I've missed one out.
yeah. If you zoom in on the female figure there on the right hand side, oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
can
this
kind
one
of
here.
see that maybe a little bit of Lady J inspiration there, but definitely if you're collecting vintage Joes or just figures at this size, Delta 17 is where it's at. Super impressed by these guys.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, yeah, just soaking that up there. That's like a Firefly kind of guy in the background there, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Anybody doing a military line at either scale, at the 4-inch or at the 6-inch scale, would be hard pressed not to draw inspiration from,
yeah.
from GI Joe.
There's definitely a lot of GI Joe adjacent figures out there.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
you can definitely fill in your collection with a character from one of these other lines if you wanted to. So.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So there you go, Delta 17 looking great in the 3.75, and then lots of independents, the kind of smaller vendors, the custom vendors. So you took some photos of Knocked Up Customs.
Yeah, so definitely we've talked about a lot of the big vendors up to this point. I got to give credit to so many of these smaller vendors that just show up to these cons. I've seen some of them multiple times at Joefest now. They really bring it. That they're taking 3D printed stuff or third party toys. They're painting them, customizing them, making them just look as good and attractive as they can. I picked up one of these bikes that
Nice, yeah,
they're pretty cheap, 3D printed, but it's a perfect size for your 6-inch collection. So you can put a dreadnought on one of those. It looks great.
Yeah, Vamp
See
Mark II
somebody's
there.
beat Hasbro to the market with the Vamp Mark II. So
looks good as well. So is that
yeah,
a Vamp Mark 1 that's been customized?
I believe that's a Stinger that they've taken
Oh,
and
it's Stinger.
customized.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is. You're right. Sorry. But it's yeah, it's not 3D printed. That is it.
right.
It's a custom job of an existing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Looks great though. Looks great.
yeah.
A Sky Striker, is that? So I wanted to ask you when I saw that picture. I was like, is that 6-inch scale?
No, this is 4-inch scale, but
Oh,
definitely. If you know Voltar from our Discord server,
sure.
he's got a
Yeah.
reputation for acquiring Sky Strikers. So every time I see one on the floor, I have to snap a picture and send it to him. But
Yeah, for sure.
uh,
Okay, that's 4 inch because I looked at it. I was trying to eye it up in terms of size on the table and whether it was because the
yeah,
6-inch one will
just
be
4-inch for that one.
crazy town.
Yeah, it would be
And
huge.
some more
And
Mauler
yeah,
tech.
another custom Mauler. Yeah,
Looks awesome, and the
and this is
Dio stuff that they display
yeah,
them on as well.
yeah, it's wild. They do so much work to make their booths look attractive. So definitely got to give these guys a due for the work they put in.
Yeah, amazing, amazing, absolutely. What's next? Oh yeah, look at this.
Yeah, so 6-inch Conquest Python Patrol
Yeah, let's
looks
get in
great.
closer on that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, really awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Good,
not sure
loads of little
exactly
bits
how
on,
they put that together, but it looks great.
and that's 6-inch.
I believe so. It was with 6-inch size figures there. So yeah, it's a
I'm always,
very big vehicle.
I'm always so envious of these folks who've got the skills and the talents to sort of customize like this and stuff. I find
Yeah,
it a real challenge. My kid brother is great. He does all Warhammer and his painting's awesome. My dad used to be an excellent painter as well, but me, just dreadful at it. Just dreadful at it.
I completely understand. This is far outside of my skill.
Well, yeah, sometimes in my comments, people put, "Oh, yeah, just pop a little dry brush on that." I said, "No, you don't understand. If at the minute I start trying to dry brush or put a wash on something, I'll just ruin it altogether. I'd rather have it looking a bit plasticky and be a little disappointed by that than just annihilating my figure." And what I don't have is the
Uh,
budget to buy two, one to experiment, one on and not. So when I see like Tony's Fig stuff on
yeah.
Instagram and that, I'm like, wow, or things like this that that you've taken snaps of, just blows my mind. Just really blows my mind. I mean, look at this.
Yes, I absolutely love this one. Got a couple photos of it, but it's a nice dreadnought hangout, completely custom that someone's put together. I don't know enough about building customs to even know what materials they've used here, but it looks fantastic.
I would
Um,
suspect it's foam, maybe.
it could be, yeah,
Yeah. And then I think you took a shot from the inside there as well. Yeah, look at that.
yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
They've got Naugahyde Spore. I can't remember the name escapes me, but it's just hanging out in there.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
just absolutely fantastic. Yeah,
Get zoomed in on that. Let's have a look at some of the detail in there. Look at all this, like this
yeah.
workbench with all like guitar amps
Hmm.
and stereos and power tools and shit. Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
A little flower pot on the windowsill there.
Yep.
Brilliant. Let's have a look what's next then. Oh, the creature of the Black Lagoon doing a bit of fishing on the end of a little gantry there.
Yep. Same booth. Just they were having a ton of fun with what they put together. Just absolutely fantastic. These are one of those things where I'm like, I need unlimited budget and unlimited space in my luggage to take
Yeah,
everything home that I wanted to.
yeah,
Yeah.
that must be a real challenge if you fly into the event. I suppose a lot of people might drive, mightn't they?
Yeah, probably half and half, I would say. Just talking to attendees, there's a pretty good amount of people that are within a driving distance, and then unfortunates like me that have to fly across the country to get there. So
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, I'd have to fly in. I suppose you could always
yeah,
FedEx stuff to yourself, couldn't you? Maybe if
yeah,
you're heading to
it's an
Augusta.
option for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that looks amazing. I'd say I could do with something like this. I'm always complaining about not being able to display divers.
There you go. Yeah,
A little dock like that would probably solve that problem. Um, yeah, and then there's some more 3D printed gear here.
yeah. Um, that's a. I can't, my mind's gone blank here. The Evader, is that the name of the
Yes,
Darklon's
yeah,
vehicle? Yeah, 3D. It's a 6-inch scale. I walked up to this booth and I was like, oh my gosh, it looks just like the one I had as a kid, but it's in 6-inch scale. So and
Yeah,
you can see
really.
the Thunder Machine behind it. It just looks fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, really great. All in the 6-inch scale as well, which is obviously what a lot of collectors. Although
Yeah.
Joefest is, I suppose, evenly split, isn't it, between the folks like us who are in the new lines, in the new contemporary 6-inch lines, and the sort of vintage collectors, isn't it?
Yeah. It's pretty 50-50. It's fun to mix together with people. Not many people cross over. We got a few in the Discord that collect both, but
Sure.
it's fun to talk to people that collecting vintage and see what they've got. So and then
It's,
of course, obviously, it's super exciting for us to see stuff like this.
yes, yeah, absolutely. I saw a photo of someone on Instagram having a good route around in a bin, in one of the old
Yeah.
under-counter figure bins, full of 4-inch scale stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what we
So,
got here. Oh yeah, look at that.
yeah, there's the new Masters of the Universe movie coming out. There was quite a bit of merchandise there related, but it's a pretty fantastic Castle Grayskull sort of,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
looks awesome.
Again, similar but legally distinct.
Right. Yep.
And then I think we've got the Cold Slither Sage. Yeah,
Ah,
this
yes.
obviously caught my eye as a little display piece. Well, I've got I've got my Beetles out at the minute. Cold Slithers, because as you well know, I chop and change my displays around because of my limited space. So the Cold Slithers in the box, and I've got the Beetles out right now. But yeah, that looks awesome, doesn't it?
It looks yeah. If I thought I could transport that home in my luggage, I definitely would have picked this up. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
really, really great.
yeah.
Just the again, all I can do is acknowledge the skill that's gone into that and recognize my inability compared to this individual's ability to do that.
Yeah.
Then we got
Looks
some
awesome.
fence wall pieces. So do these
Mhm.
click onto? Because I notice in the background we've got the Hasbro
Yeah.
um
Yeah. So
versions.
somebody was thinking, and they realized how hard it was to find the Cobra version, and then I think the Joe versions may be a little bit easier, but they're kind of expensive to pick up the little bunkers that Hasbro sells. So they've 3D printed these walls that will attach, and so you can extend and really build out your fortress, or however you want to set that up in your display.
Yeah, yeah, nice idea for sure. And then some more pieces along those lines, like little
Yep.
sandbag gun outposts and
Yep.
um, warning signs for the Dreadnought
That's
Swamp and
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Ammo
Whatever.
crates.
Yeah. Whatever your imagination, these guys are there to help you build out your display. It's really fun. Um,
Yeah, although $100.
yeah. It does get a little pricey.
Well, sure, but I mean, this is that age-old thing, isn't it? Where $100 would price me out of that as much as I would love to have it. But it's worth $100 because it's handmade, isn't it? Somebody sat
Right.
down and spent time printing, sculpting. If it's 3D printed or foam sculpted or whatever, they spent the time
Yeah.
on it. So you're not just paying for the final product, are you? You're paying for the uniqueness because it's a single item, presumably, or one or
Right.
two at a limit,
Yeah.
and you're also paying for the actual handmade labor. You know,
Yeah.
so I may be bulking a bit at $100, but I totally get why it's 100. You know,
Right.
yeah, looks amazing. And then I think we've got some more bits. Oh, the flag, of course.
Yes. It's obviously hugely popular. Everybody loves this. No one can afford it, but everybody wants to stop by and take pictures. Just everybody. I don't know. I say everybody, but I often hear people talk about a classified size flag, and when you see this in person, you realize why Hasbro's not going to ever do that. It's just massive, but super
Yeah,
fun.
you look at it. Yeah, here, like so. When
Yeah.
you look at sort of shipwreck there,
Hmm.
um, it sort of puts it into perspective, doesn't it? And like the little guy down
Yeah.
here, look at that.
Yeah.
It's just the control tower. He's up on the
Yeah.
third level here, so this one's
Hmm.
the top, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at it. Yeah. Wow.
So, like if you got the HasLab Hiss, you stack, three of those on top of each other, and
Yeah.
that's about the scale we're talking about.
So yeah, $2,500. But again, what a labour of love to sit down and build that. Can't even imagine how much time. So if anybody knows, if anybody asks them on the stall, I'd love to know the cumulative hours of work that went into building that for sure. I'd be really interested if anyone knows. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, outstanding. Right, let's have a look what's next here then. Oh, the snake.
Yes, I had a good conversation with the fellow at this booth. He he was like, "Oh, I just love the snake armor, but I really prefer the blue one, so I wanted to paint it." And I was kind of laughing about how much time it would take, and he told me, I can't remember, but he said there were like 50 screws or something to take it apart. It was kind of insane, just to pull the whole thing apart, paint it, dry it, and then put it back together. So it was a lot of work,
Yeah, and you'd have
but
to
it
be
looks
so kind
great.
of cautious and
Yeah,
precise as well, like so that
yeah.
when it came to putting it back together, I'd end up with a piece at the end. I'd be like, "Where's that come from?"
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it does. It looks outstanding though. Excellent piece of
Yeah,
work, and I commend the
yeah,
individual. And then the steel vipers, custom steel vipers. Yeah, really wonderful.
yeah,
And then some custom weaponry like some bazookas and rocket
yeah,
launchers. And they got all machine guns and stuff in the background there, ammo crates and things. Yeah, look at all that. Tiger Force
yeah.
paint colors.
This super fun booth. I know um, Owls from the server is very much into modern weaponry, and he sat and chatted with this guy at the Top Fun Retro for quite a while. But he just has bins and bins of weapons. So he's painted some of them, obviously, like you mentioned, the Tiger Force there, but just absolutely fantastic detail work, and they look great.
All right, bro. So that was the sort of the vendor floor, the stuff that stood out to you. Again, I'll reiterate from the top, not an exhaustive show and tell. This is, my man Curtis's sort of standouts that caught his eye and the things he took pictures of. But one of the other things you mentioned at the top of the vid was that you attended a few panels.
Yeah. So I mean, if you go to cons a lot, panels are obviously a big draw for a lot of people. I love to go to the panels at Joefest. They always have some fun folks there. The first one that I hit up this year was Big Bad Workshop had. It was very vague, but they said they were going to be doing a panel with Larry Hama. So we piled in there first thing Saturday morning, and shoot, I forgot the name of the presenter. I should have taken some notes on that, but he was just there by himself. This room just packed full of people because everybody loves Larry Hama so much, and um, he started talking about like what's your favorite issues, what are the things that Larry Hama's worked on that you love, and he's obviously stalling for time. It turns out that Larry was not feeling well, so he was not able to join us for this big announcement. But they revealed that they've got not only the Larry Hama figure, but as you can see in the picture here, we've got the Fury Force.
Yeah.
So these are the characters that were the original idea before GI Joe became what it is now.
Yeah, well, so as the tale goes, I don't know. This is possibly what the guy was talking about. Was Larry Hama? This was a proposal to Marvel Comics, wasn't he? That he'd put together. I've seen sketches before. Somebody else might know better than me. Bobby Dubs always knows. He'll jump in the comments and fill me in. But then Marvel knocked it back and then revisited it when the GI Joe partnership with Hasbro came along, didn't they?
Yeah,
These look amazing, don't they? These Fury Force figures. They look
they look
really,
great.
really great.
Yeah. And
Um,
we already talked about like Monster Force and Big Bad Workshop, so you know that the quality of these figures is going to be very good. Definitely excited to get these in hand. They look fantastic.
so there's Larry there. The Larry figure looks excellent.
Yeah, I
Let me
love the
just
sketchbook that he's got.
Yeah, a little sketchbook. And I saw the digital render knocking around. I'll probably do a follow-up video on these actually. Where like he's got his guitar in there and some other bits and bobs looking really, really great. I like the look of the jeans as well. They look good, sort of worn denim-y, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Like actually textured. But then onto the Fury Force themselves. So this guy's called Revenant, I think, if I remember rightly.
Yes, yeah. Revenant is um, that was not the original name Larry had for him, but that was the name that Big Bad Workshop settled on. So
Okay, and then this is the
and,
top sergeant, I think, isn't it, or what is his name, top kick or
yeah,
something? Um,
Top Kick,
look,
I think. Yeah,
looking
I've actually
great
got
there.
playing cards from the from the
Oh,
convention. So,
oh, brilliant! What with all their names on them?
let's see.
Oh,
So
wow, awesome!
yes, so this is Top Kick. Let's see. I can put the card up here if that
Is that
viewers
the
can see that.
Are they trading cards or are they
Yeah,
from?
yeah.
They're not
They're,
they're not for like the GI Joe deck builder or something.
no, just collector cards.
Nice.
So yeah, we've
Uh,
got Umbra behind
yeah.
there.
Well, I think let me have a look because I think you took a closer picture.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there's some of the other guys, but I think you took some shots. Yeah, there we go.
Revenant and Top Kick, and there's Umbra. Yeah,
Yeah, there's Umbra looking great. Yeah, really nice. I'm eagerly anticipating the Operation Monster Force female figures that they've been talking about.
yeah,
Like the Battle Nun and the Little Red Riding Hood one.
uh, yeah. It'd be
Kind of very,
great.
very eager to see what they do with a female figure because I think it's hard to get right the female figures with the, with the body shape and um, the sculpting of it. But she's looking great, yeah.
Yeah, she looks good.
And then over on this side, this is oh, I've forgotten the character's
Yeah,
name.
that's
Louis.
Louis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And this is obviously a facsimile of the Tommy Stroke Storm
yeah,
Shadow Vietnam
yeah.
era. And again, I think from the digital render, he has in fact got the floppy sun hat, hasn't he? I think
I think so. Yeah,
definitely got the M16 rifle there, which of course is canny on Fresh Monkey Fiction's part because this is, obviously that cross line appeal.
that's right.
Even if you didn't
You
want to do,
know, yeah.
yeah, even if you didn't
The
want to do the full suite of Fury Force, there's one or two that you might pluck out to use in that way. But there's some others in there like Hogman's, like the Machine Gunner. In fact,
yeah,
the
they've
M
got
Mountain. Oh no, that's
Brujo and Jelly is kind of the stalker character. So yeah,
yeah, yeah. So as I say, folks, I've Fresh Monkey Fiction put the digital renders out on their Facebook page, so I'm probably going to do a classic mod extra kind of render review of those. But great to see in hand examples of them. Did they indicate? I mean, this would imply that again, if these are production models, that they're pretty far on.
so pre-orders are supposed to go live in Q3, which I don't. I'm not sure with Big Bad Workshop if that means a 2028 delivery or if
Yeah, I was
they're
about to
closer
say,
than
yeah.
that. So
Yeah, it might just get me in time for my 50th birthday.
that's
Um,
right.
so yeah, okay. So classic Fresh Monkey Fiction, very
Yeah,
vague. Q3 stuff. The current wave of Operation Monster Force, the UK supplier over here, which is called Kapow Toys, has it listed as Q1 this year, and we're already like in June. I think they've started
yeah.
arriving at
It's
Big Bad store, haven't they? Big Bad Toy Store
yeah,
over in the States, but not over here, which is a shame because the Order of the Crimson Moon stuff came before. I got them through Kapow Toys here in the UK before they turned up over
oh
in
wow.
the US. Yeah, so very disappointed on that front. But there you go. So yeah, watch this space, I suppose, guys. Watch this space. I'll tell you one great place to get updates and news. So their Facebook channel. They do. They're very intermittent, but they do live streams. They started doing them weekly, and then for whatever reason it dropped off. Probably because they're attending conventions and things. But they do these intermittent streams, and these intermittent streams are really, really great for like little updates. And is it what's the guy's name? Brian? Is it Brian?
I
Bob?
think so.
Whatever. The sculptor dude does like a section of from his sculpting desk that shows you where he's up to with things and that. So I'd recommend checking that out. Again, if I can dig it out, I'll get a link in the description down below. So that was the Big Bad Workshop panel, but that's not the only panel you told me about, is it?
Yeah, so I was able to make it to another panel. They had some voice actors there that that we talked at the beginning of the video, kind of about celebrities being a big part of the convention. So it was fun to go to this panel. They had voice actors for Gems, Arana, Storm Shadow, and Slipstream. You might even recognize the voice actor for Slipstream from he did Bumblebee as well as Peter Parker and Spider-Man and his friends. So it
Yes.
was really cool to Like, it was really cool to hear their stories. They're talking about how much fun it was to be on the Sunbow set together, just the support the actors gave to each other, and they told some fun stories about their director who was very demanding, and they kind of acknowledged that even though that was painful at times. The results sort of speak for themselves. They're talking to a room full of people in their 40s that watched these cartoons when they were kids. So it stuck with us all this time. So
Yeah, yeah, and so distinctive as well. Like you could hear any one of them, and you'd
yeah,
instantly recognize. You know, you could be standing next to them in a bar and hear him order a drink and go, "Wait a minute,"
for
because
sure.
you're because not only is it that nostalgic kind of locked in memory, but it's so they were all so distinctive, weren't they?
Yeah,
So incredibly distinctive. So I know Gem and the Holograms. That's Samantha Newark, isn't it?
yeah.
And my man Lone Dragon, who's often hanging around in the comments down below. All right, my friend. Sent me a video of he was there at Joefest of her. Was it a birthday or something? And she had a little karaoke party.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was her birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, which is super fun. So it just sort of shows the kind of the sort of relaxed atmosphere. And then one of my friends who was out there from the UK kind of contingent had their photo taken with what's his name, Ken
Keon Young?
Keon. Yeah, he's young. He's young.
Keon Young. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so it just like a really relaxed vibe. It's not like I suppose
Yeah.
when I go to London Comic Con, you got to queue up for your and pre-book your time slot to go get in the
Yeah.
queue, and you're not slamming down 120 bucks for a signed photo or whatever. It's got like I hear tales like you guys were telling me about Sergeant Slaughter last year, just buying him drinks in the bar and stuff and getting him to talk.
Yeah.
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 Uh,
It's super relaxed, super fun. It's like if you wanted to meet one of these celebrities, like definitely Joe Fest is the place to do it.
Yeah, awesome. Speaking of the social aspects, not just hanging out with celebrities, but you were also hanging out with the community, the Frontline gang, the Joe fan community, just generally. You took and shared quite a few photos hanging out there. They are with Lenny.
Yeah. Lenny was super popular. I think we kind of mentioned that earlier in the video, but he was kind enough to take a quick selfie with me. We chatted a little bit about how excited he is about what he's going to do at Boss Fight Studios. But definitely just the whole vibe of the con is super fun. You can see that a bunch of us went out to dinner together, just had a great
Sure.
time. The hotel lobby is just a massive party Friday and Saturday night. I did not stay up late on Saturday night. I mean, I didn't stay up super late, but I had some friends that did, and they said Lenny was out there talking with people till 4:30 in the morning.
Whoa.
So,
Wow.
so
Does it have a bar?
they do have a bar there, yeah.
Is it a late
So,
bar as well?
I'm not sure how late it stays open, but they definitely probably needed some drinks to stay to keep going that long.
Or at least a liquor store on the corner, maybe.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Fun fact for you, Curtis. So we would call a liquor store here in the UK an off license.
oh,
Yeah, there you
interesting.
go. There you go. One of those little Anglo-American things.
Today I
But yeah,
learned.
it looks like you're all having a great time. Beers out, beers and burgers or whatever, or barbecue. I think it was. You said to me, Southern style barbecue, is it?
So there's a few different places we went. The pictures here are from a pizza place that serve different kinds of foods, not just pizza, burgers, and you can see the cake in the bottom right there. That is from a place called Bull Weevil. That's just right across the street from the convention center.
Yeah, so
And
you were very excited about the cake. You even
yes,
so in the outline that Curtis sent me, there's like a dedicated bullet point to check out that slice of cake.
yeah, yeah. I just thought it was super funny because I went there. I think on Sunday morning, got some food, and since so many places are closed in the evening on Sundays, I thought, I'll just get a cake to take back and have like a little snack later today. So I said, yeah, give me a slice of cake to go. And then they brought this out, and they were like, it won't even fit in the container. So it's just massive. But American portions in the South. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it looks like a fun time was had by all. Lots of just conversation and company and good company and things, which is really pleasing. And that's an important part of that kind of con experience, isn't it? We've spent quite a bit of time going over the look at this on this stall, look at this on this stall, but really, actually, the ultimate heart of it is this, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. This is the highlight. This is why I keep going every year. If it were just shopping for things, I probably stay home and do it online.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, any shout out? We're coming to the close, Curtis. Any shout outs from the guys you want to give while you're here?
Just thanks you guys for all coming. It was awesome to hang out with you. I don't know. I don't know if you guys want me to name you off one by one in the pictures there, but we got
Probably,
Strata
yeah.
Viper and Sherlock and Nate. Yeah, we don't need to go through all of them, but super fun to hang out with you guys. Looking forward to hanging out with many of you at Assembly Required.
Yes, and then I noticed on the outline that you sent me a bonus photo of the cutest member of the group.
Oh yes, my wife joined me, so got a nice little photo of her there on the last day.
Yeah, there you go, bless you. With the GI Joe repping
Yeah,
the
that's
GI
right.
Joe Frontline
She's
shirt. Very good, very good, excellent. Yeah, so it looks like you're having a great time, my man. Looks like you're having a great time, and in fact, not just yourself. I've been eyeballing all the Instagram posts that everyone's been putting up, and then the stuff that's been going in the Discord server, being like, oh, I'm so on my own over here, missing out. But from the way you've been talking about it from your description, you would recommend it. I would say by the sound of your enthusiasm. Even a week later.
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah, wonderful. Yep. Right, so there we go. That's Curtis's roving reporter Joefest 2026 report there. Thank you so very much, Curtis, for doing that, taking the photos and joining me. I know this is your day off from work today, in fact, that you've given me your time in, so even more grateful for that, for coming along. Obviously, folks, Curtis and I would highly recommend you all come and join us on the Frontline Discord that we've mentioned several times through this video. So I'll make sure there's a join link down below, so you can come. I mean, it's not. I mean, there's obviously loads of GI Joe conversation, but it's not just GI Joe, is it? We talk about comic books, we talk about movies, we talk about TV shows, talk about our dogs.
That's right.
Yeah. So come along, get involved. Really chill crowd, well moderated as well, so we don't get any of those kind of like those Facebook knobheads who are always trolling all the time. So it's really got a good vibe in that sense. So I'll put a description down below. But before we close off, Curtis, I'll give you the floor for any final words or anything that you'd like to say.
I would just thank you so much for letting me come on your channel with you, Chris. Love watching your videos, and love to have you come to Joefest with us sometime. I know the cost is obviously a hurdle, but it'd be super fun.
Yeah, I don't know if I said it while we were recording or whether we were not recording, but before we went live, hit the button. But just, I think with the World Cup this year in particular, I casually looked at it and went, no way, not a chance. Because, of course, some of the games are taking place in Augusta, aren't they, this year?
Yeah.
The World Cup games are down there. So, yeah, I had to... couldn't justify it, but there was no way I'd convince the wife to let me go. And of course, this year, as you know, although many viewers won't, I had some particular family circumstances that meant it wasn't going to be a goer for me this year. Nonetheless, it turned out. So I'm glad I didn't spend all that money. Yeah, brill. Okay, folks. Well, I'm sure you'll let Curtis know in the comments down below, the same as me, how grateful you are for sharing his experience. Go and check out TK Storm on YouTube, the Geek Room chat that these guys have. In fact, after he's finished with me today, he's off to the pictures to go catch Supergirl, and then he's doing the live stream tonight. But by the time I've edited this, you'll have gone live before I've got this video out. So go back and watch the video on demand of that. And Curtis here is a regular feature over on that channel, as well as my man TK Storm, Firefly, all good guys from the Frontline Discord as well. So thanks, folks, for coming along. All that remains to say is have yourselves a great day, have yourselves a great week, and come back around for another video sometime soon. See you later. Okay, folks, well, there we go. That was the end of my conversation with Mathrik, aka Curtis, aka Mathrik. Please join me in the comments down below, thanking Curtis for taking the time to come and have a conversation with me about his experiences at Joefest. As I said during the conversation, not an exhaustive set of coverage about the Joefest experience. There's plenty of things above and beyond what Curtis kind of called out as his highlights. So please do investigate some other channels, some other stuff. I'll put some links down below of some friends of this channel who were there and who have also done some coverage of their own, including the TK Storm-Geek-Room conversation on the subject. But in the meantime, thanks very much for coming and hanging out. It's been a pleasure, as always, to have you. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great week. And I'll see you around these parts again for another video sometime soon. Okay? Take it easy, folks.